Hello, I'm back, fresh off a little bit of a week's vacation, and logging back on the ShrubSMP, where we picked up last time, and I have gone on and designed and started a little bit of a tunnel. And in today's episode, we're going to complete this thing and make it ready for the minecart track that's going to be driving the llamas all over the island here on the ShrubSMP on my starter island. We're going to get right into it today and take a little bit of an overview of the project and how we plan to accomplish it, and then really just dig in and get started. And one of the first things we're going to have to do is to take a look from overhead and kind of lay out what our plan is going to be for extending this tunnel with that base design that I just started the video with, and figuring out how far down the river across, under whether it's going to go underground on the other side, or how we're going to navigate the water to get it to connect to over here to the other side, which is right, if I land up on these trees, we want to get it to connect to one of these tracks. I haven't quite decided which one yet, with the logistics of being so close to the sheep farm there, and we may actually have to shorten up some of these tracks. We'll figure all that out during this episode, but for now, I'm over here on this side of the track because I have decided exactly what we're going to do. We are definitely going to get this thing to go around in an infinite loop. So once we get those llamas on the tracks, they're going to be going around basically forever. And to do that, there was a couple different directions based on the number of ends on these tracks. Just down here on the end, kind of decide whether or not they linked up or they did a little bit of a circle. They would have to cross over and it would be much too complicated. I'd probably have to tear down the sheep farm here. So where we landed was this track that I'm on now that goes in line with the iron farm. We're going to get this thing to go down underground because it's going to be just off the back of the sheep farm underneath the iron farm and onto the other side. We'll trace it down in just a moment, but that kind of left this other end, and I'm going to wind up connecting them into a loop. So this is where the track's going to turn around, and because off in the distance here the big high-rise piece has two tracks, that means that they're going to be able to go off in different directions. In the end, it all makes sense, but for now, we're going to focus up on getting this piece of track to go underground. We're going to have to start some more excavation and then meet up with what's going to happen on the other side. This is where it's going to connect up underground, so, or at least in the river. So the river tube tunnel is going to actually go through the piece of the river by the lighthouse, over through this piece of the river. We're going to have to make this a little deeper as well. So we're even going to do some water excavation, which is going to be a little bit of a fun project, and connect right up to where we've already started right here. So this is going to be the outline. That's going to be the track. So looking down at it, what we're going to have to do, seems to be the easiest way to approach this, is to outline the top, and then we'll start excavating everything underneath. Alright, I'm back on the tube. I got a bunch of glass, so we're just going to start laying out this top layer, and right to the other side of the river, start some excavation, and start to get this outline going. We're going to do that for the top layer, just kind of normal time. I'm going to do most of it off camera here, and then when we're done, we'll look at it from overhead and then really start the excavation process. Just like here, we're going to have to go down right underneath and dig all this out so that we can make room for the actual tunnel right below that goes from that side to this side, and then through the mountain and right back through the river. All right, now that we're up here and have got the rough outline of glass where the water tunnel is going to go, I really came up with a cool idea. What I think I'm going to do with the hill is we're going to actually excavate the corner. Once that tube is in place, there's going to be a little bit of excavation that has to be done, and we're going to actually make it so that you can see into the river as the thing goes around. That's going to have to mean we're going to have to shave off the corner of this river, make it a little deeper. I think that's going to be a really cool way to round out the corner and to make this thing so that it's really visible, because I feel like half of it's just going to be underground if we don't do something otherwise. So that'll take care of the plan for the riverside, and then once it comes out right here behind the bee farm, it's going to come back above ground and connect to this side over here, right behind the iron farm. So again, we're going to go ahead and gather all the materials that we're going to need, because I believe we're going to be able to do this piece in a little bit of a time lapse through the tunnel, which will be kind of a cool effect and something I haven't tried before, so I'm really looking forward to seeing it. So once again, as the sun sets, we'll take another nap and get ready to fire it up as we move into the next day and get this tunnel completed. All right, now that we have that half of the tunnel done, it's time to excavate the next one right through here and come out down on the other side, on the other half of the river. All right, now we got two halves, or both halves, of the underground tunnel completed. It's time to go back above the surface and see about how we get the other side underground behind that iron and beef farm. Let's go over there now. All right, we're back at the other side of the track where this tunnel is going to reach up and connect to, so it's time to work our way down now and get underground below the iron farm. So what we really just need to do is start to drop this down one level at a time, and we're going to do that. And then come back when it's all done and start to work on connecting to the tunnel. All right, it's time for a little progress update, and we have now got this tunnel running down below the iron farm, underneath, directly underneath, just below, and through here. We still have to decorate it up, obviously, but we got the track going. And coming out on the other side to behind, just still gotta put a little more track here and probably put some little ups and downs. We're gonna continue the roller coaster, maybe just a little upsy daisy and around the corner and right back to where we can connect to the underground tube, and that's gonna be really cool. So we're really getting close to finishing this project up, at least the major outline, and then getting into the detail work. And last but not least, we have our two special guests, our two little llamas over here that have been tied up for all this time, that are going to be the forever passengers on this infinite roller coaster. I can't wait to get these guys started and get them out there on the tracks, but we got just a little more work to do, so I'm going to get right back to it. Puts a little upsy daisy here around the corner, and we'll see it in just a few moments when I'm done. All right, I'm checking in because I am pretty much almost done with getting the track, the basic track, laid down and connected on all ends. And as we take a little bit of a look out over the river, we have the first two tunnels, the underwater tubes that I have already created. And then now we've gone up and added this little above ground, up and down part of the roller coaster that comes around behind my farms and then wraps around and goes back underground underneath the iron farm and connects back to the side where we started it earlier. The only thing we need left to do before we can give this guy a test is to connect this last little bit down here, which we're going to do now, and then I'm going to break out the minecarts and the redstone, and we're going to do a little testing to make sure the thing runs under its own power and have it perpetual motion, and then from there we're going to get our two special guests into the minecarts. We're going to have to name them, too. I actually haven't named these guys yet. We're going to have to come up with some names. Hopefully, if anybody has any suggestions, please feel free to leave them in the comments, and we'll name tag these guys at some point along the way. But today, before this episode's out, very shortly, we're going to get them on their ride. Okay, the moment of truth is upon us. I have behind me set up a little rail to get on to the roller coaster. And just like a real roller coaster, there are times when it's really fast, and there's other times when it's going uphill, it kind of slows down and almost comes to a stop. In theory, these guys should be going around and around and around for basically forever. So we're going to go ahead and put a minecart underneath one of them and get our first rider onto the roller coaster. I'm not exactly sure if this will, well, let's try to get this first one in while he's still in the lead. Yep, easy. And all we got to do is push him back. We're gonna break this dirt, finish the rail, and get him going up. Get up, get on the powered rail. There we go. Okay, here we go. Now we're in business. Now he's gonna go up. I have it blocked at the other end, so we just gotta follow him up there. He came to a screeching halt. And wait, oh no, wait, what happened? Did he? Uh-oh. What are we doing? Okay, quick little audible over here. We gotta get off to the side. Try to get him. Did you knock yourself off a minecart? Don't tell me. Okay. Oh, I skipped the whole. Okay, that was just me. There was a blank there, and he ran off the rails, literally. All right, well, now that we're back on the rails, we're gonna get to the end. Boy, is it slow. I wonder, because he's bigger, my redstone might not work. That's okay. I mean, that's why we test. All right, so we have him in place, and now what I need to do is break this last dirt, put one more rail, and he will, if I push him forward, he's gonna land on the railing On the minecart rails, that is, in front of me. Bang, shaboop, okay, and there he goes, just ever inching slowly towards the powered rail, and he should be going off in any moment. It's just gonna, I could go down there and push him, but what I really want to do is stay up here so I can get this set up for number 2. Any second now. Something has gone wrong. He has gone over the powered rail, but he didn't go anywhere. Let's go down, take a look. No, don't come down here. Don't come down here. Don't come down. No, please. Oh, God, we're going the wrong way. We're going, this is not the way this thing is designed to go. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my God. Okay, here we go. We are, oh, no. I think they're so fat that they don't, oh, God, what's happening? What is happening? All right. I want you to go the other way. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Okay. Don't panic. I panic easily. Where is he? Where is he now? Okay, he's going here. I want to try to block him and push him back the other way. We're going to go back. We're going to go back. Go back. I wonder, because his hitbox is so big, if he's slowing down. Don't tell me I built this whole thing and this guy's not going to work. You're not going to work, are you? I'm going to have to put a villager in here. Ugh. Okay, alright. We got him back on the flat spot. Take 2. If he doesn't hit, when he hits this powered rail and doesn't go flying up the thing, that means that for whatever reason, whether it's his feet or... Okay, there he goes. Now, hit the next one, and then the next one. Okay, alright, this is the way it's supposed to work. Now, the question is, will he continue getting his momentum all over the way he's supposed to? So there he goes, he's going underneath. Alright, we got him going underneath. Yes, good. There he goes around the other side. I'll meet him on the other side. This is making me really nervous now because I don't know why it did that in the first place, because I tested it out with my own body, but is it because he's a llama, because he's heavier, because he's got those feet sticking out the bottom? Oh gosh, I really want this to work. No, there, oh boy, there he goes. Okay, now he's going underneath. He should pop up here shortly in just a moment. There he is. And he goes up around the other side. You should now fly up this little loop-de-loop. Loop-de-loop, a little up and down. And then up and down. Gets to the top, very nice. Up to the top again. God, this is, I'm so nervous. He goes, there he goes again, up and around. And now, will he get to the top? Will he get to the top of this? Yep, there he goes, and back down again the other side. If he can manage to go in this last little circle, it may have just been that initial momentum that was the issue. So this is it. This is the end of the track. He's going to go down, turn around, and come back up towards me. And now, if he doesn't lose enough momentum, we are back to the first powered rail that will set him off on that journey all over again. Get to the top of this hill, and I'll feel confident. Well, it disappeared because it's out of render distance, but yes, it worked. Now we have to do the other guy now. It's just, I have to find a new minecart. I'll get him in just a second. All right, I'm back here. I got the second llama in position. The first one really just went over there a moment ago. All right, so we've got the other guy in position. There's number 1 on the opposite side of the track. So I think at this point we're going to get number 2 going. We're just going to move that, push him off the edge. Which I forgot to put the mine track on there. There we go. Get off the edge and... Nope, I've done it again. I've done the same thing that I just did last time. Please don't go in the opposite direction before I can save you. We gotta push him from the opposite direction. No problem, no harm, no foul. Come on. Quick, before your partner comes around here. All right, we gotta get you going. Get you going. Get you on this powered rail and... away we go, and there's the other one. Oh, look at that. They're gonna pass right here. Well, I don't know if the timing is gonna work out exactly like that. And wow, he really came around fast. Actually, they're gonna be close to each other. It doesn't matter. All we know is for the time being, they are on the roller coaster ride. After all that mess, we finally have them going, and look at them go. Glorious, glorious. And back from the beginning. So that's the key right there. That powered rail is the one that starts it all off, and the timing's just right. But for the time being, we are done. We got these guys on the rails. We can break down this little temporary rail to get them over there. and then check in one last time to wrap up this episode. Well, we've done it. We have both of our guys. They're crossing their paths right now on opposite tracks. We have them on the Forever. We've completed the roller coaster. It's functioning. We got both the llamas on there, and hopefully over time they don't collide, so we'll have to keep an eye on it. But yeah, this whole thing's complete, and I think that's about time where we're gonna wrap it up for today. We still have a little bit to do over here, because what I want to do just over my shoulder there, like I mentioned a little earlier when we were making those tunnels, I think we're gonna carve out some of that island on the on the land on the other side, so that you can see into the full tube, so they don't really go underground. But other than that, we're really caught up with the details, as one of the guys is crossing underneath me right now. There he goes. And this was really a fun project and kind of exciting to get a little, like I said, motion. Sometimes all you need is a little motion, a little life into a build, and it'll be fun for some of the shrubs to come over and see this little action happening on the roller coaster. Maybe in the future we can adapt this to make it so that players can ride it. But in the meantime, we got our llamas on there. Like I said, it has been so much fun doing this project. Thank you so much for watching this time, and we will see you in the next episode.